guys, good morning. It's 7:11 a.m. It's Tuesday, January 28th. We are starting week 3 of semester 5 of nursing school. Today is an exam day. It's our first public health exam, but we don't have it until noon, thankfully, so I have a little bit extra time to study once I get to school. Hey guys, I'm not gonna get to school for an hour and 14 minutes. Traffic has just been so bad on the highway, and it's just so frustrating because I'm like running out the door, I'm like grabbing stuff, like throwing stuff in my car, like I have to go, and it's just like it makes me so frazzled and so anxious. And it's just like, I don't know why, but I feel like for our last semester they're trying to make it like so hard. Like they're piling so much stuff on top of us. It's like actually crazy. Definitely on my part, I didn't have to have 3 clinicals a week. Like I could have waited until my public health clinicals were done to do preceptorship. So that part is on me. And I probably will be changing that if I'm being honest, because it's just like, it's too much. I'm so overwhelmed lately. But like right now, just things are so stressful. Like there's so much going on. I feel like I have no time for literally anything. Like we have this exam today, and I felt like I really had no time to prepare for it or study for it, and I really should have been studying more yesterday, but I was like catching up on so much just like rest, I feel like, because the entire weekend since Friday I was like on this weird schedule and just at the hospital for 24 hours this weekend, and like actually more than that, because I was at the hospital for 13 hours the first time and like 12 and a half the second time. It's just been crazy. But anyway, we've got this exam in public health at 12 o'clock. It's our second class of the day. We have role transition and leadership in nursing at 9. We have that from 9 to 10:55, and I'll let you guys know how this exam goes. We don't normally get our grades back right away, so it'll probably be like not until tonight or the next day or something, or the end of the week. But yeah, I'll see you guys sometime later today, and hopefully the rest of the day goes a little bit better than this morning. Good morning, guys. It's 7:12 a.m. and I'm about to leave for my public health clinical at the Children's Outpatient Center. I have Google Maps pulled up on my phone right here, and I just keep watching the traffic get worse and worse and the time go up and up. I also woke up this morning and I was so tired. Like, I'm tired every morning when I wake up, but like this morning was like a different level of tired. Like all I wanted to do was roll over, close my eyes, and go back to sleep. But I knew that like if I did that, if I were to give myself an extra like 10 minutes, there was just no way. Guys, literally just every day I want to cry. Like, it's too much, like, to have 3 clinicals a week and exams and classes all day, like on Tuesdays, and then having to study for exams. I have no time, and every single morning I'm rushing. Like, I'm gonna get there on time. I'm gonna get there at 7:59, but like yesterday I was on the road for 2 hours. I don't think I gave you guys an update yesterday night. I was just not having it. I was so tired. I took a nap. I went right to sleep after class. But I was on the road for 2 hours. Like the traffic, I don't know what happened. Something happened on the highway. And I was late to class. And this semester is just really not it. I think I need to schedule my preceptorship shifts later when I'm done with public health clinical, because it's not even that it's not doable. Like, it's doable to show up and be there, but like mentally to study for my exams or like have any time to do anything else, that's what I'm struggling with. And you might say like, well, when you start working, you're gonna work like 3 to 4 shifts a week. But the thing is, like, I'm not gonna have like exams and classes all day on top of that. We're literally doing 144 hours at the hospital for preceptorship, and then we have 90 hours of clinical for public health. Hey guys, it's Friday, January 31st. It's 5:15 p.m. I'm about to get ready for my first preceptorship shift of this week. I don't have to leave until like 6:10, so I still have like an hour, but I figured I would sit down and chat with you guys while I get ready. I've also got a coffee here to wake me up a little bit more before the shift. I haven't been the best at vlogging this week. It's just been a crazy week, a lot going on, and just Honestly, I've just been sleeping a lot. Like, I feel like just my sleep schedule has been so crazy, but I wanted to update you guys about my peds public health clinical because my footage for last week just would not download for some reason. And then also I want to talk about like kind of what we did this week as well. So for my peds public health clinical, I also want to preface by saying it's not specifically like a class that is peds public health. It's that my public health clinical happens to be at a children's hospital outpatient center. Anyway, so last week, my first week at the pediatric clinic outpatient center, they have different areas there, like different, like kind of like how a hospital has like different units of the hospital. They have different sections. So they have like a cardiac section, they have a pulmonology section, they have general peds, which they call gen peds. And then they also have like a section just for like the lab where people just come in to get their blood drawn, or if they have a port to get drawn from there. So my first week, so last week, I got put on gen peds, and the nurse that I was with was super sweet. I just kind of like observed and saw how they did things, how things run, but it was really nothing new to me because for me and most of you who are probably watching this, you went to the doctor when you were little, and it's literally exactly the same. It's like being at a pediatric office, like the doctor's office when you're little. And then I was actually mainly shadowing the doctor, and he was super, super nice. He loves students. So anytime he would go in a patient's room, he would have me come in with him, and I would just kind of like shadow and observe like how he would talk with the patients and just interact with them, his assessments, all that stuff. So yeah, mainly the stuff that I saw was vaccines and a lot of flu and strep tests. That was like the majority of my day, I feel like. And then just a lot of yearly like checkups, that sort of thing too. So that was last week. And then this week I was put on the cardiac unit. I wanted to see something a little different. So the nurse that I was with there was actually like super sweet too. And then it was really interesting because I saw just all the patients there were cardio patients who specifically come in for cardiac related stuff. So kids with murmurs or who have had heart surgeries in the past, like all sorts of things. And I got to see 2 echoes. I had seen an echo before in the NICU, but it was different this time because the sonographer, she was so nice, and she was like explaining everything to me like as best as she could. Like she was explaining like when you watch an echo, there's like red and blue that you'll see on the screen. And I was like, oh, is the blue like unoxygenated blood and the red is oxygenated blood? And she was like, no, the red shows the blood that's moving towards her camera, and the blue shows the blood that's moving away from her like camera thing. But it was super interesting. And then like they also play movies like while the kids are getting an ultrasound to keep them like distracted. And then she has like little toys and things that she uses to keep the babies distracted as well, that like the mom can hold like when she needs the baby to like look up, because she also has to kind of like look up here too at like the superior vena cava and stuff like that. But yeah, it was super interesting. And then I also got to listen to heart sounds. Like I got to listen to some murmurs, although I have a really hard time like, you know, still distinguishing like a murmur from like regular heart sounds, but because I'm still, you know, learning. But yeah, it was super interesting. It was a really good day. I also got to spend some time in the lab too, watching a blood draw, so that was interesting as well, just seeing how they kind of run things there. My first week I also went to the lab to watch how they draw from a port, so that was really interesting too. But it is also really sad too, like watching the kids get poked in the lab. Like it's never fun, you know, to get your blood drawn, and it's just like really sad like when they start crying or like to see that they're in pain, you know. So, and it's like, you know, that it's for their own good and it's for their health, but I feel like when they're really little, like they don't quite understand those things, and it's just really hard to watch. So, but other than those things, like getting their blood drawn and getting vaccines, like the stuff where they're getting like poked and like the stuff that hurts, it's pretty like fun to like see like how the doctor interacts with the kids, and they get like stickers, and you know, they've got like the toys and things, so it's a lot more fun than like working with adults for sure. And like this one little boy yesterday, we have to go like into the waiting room to call people back, and then like I'll go with the nurse, and then she takes their vital signs and everything outside of the actual room. And then once she gets like their weight and their height, she goes into the room to take their blood pressure and everything, and they usually take one on their arm and one on their leg. But anyway, we went out into the waiting room to get this one family, and this one little boy like ran up to me and gave me a hug, and it caught me so off guard, but he was so sweet and just like a little bundle of joy. It was just like so heartwarming, and I can definitely see like why people love to work in peds. But anyway, my makeup's done and I'm gonna get ready for preceptorship now. I need to leave in 30 minutes, but I'm gonna eat something really quick. I got like a sandwich from Starbucks, and then I also need to pack my lunch, so I'll show you guys everything that I'm taking to clinical for lunch. I always pack an energy drink, and I try to pack like some goodies or things to look forward to when I'm there, and then also some things that I can snack on easily when I take like a quick little break, because I definitely get hungry like throughout the shift, like before lunch. So yeah. Also bringing my laptop too so that I can get some schoolwork done during my lunch break. And then I'm bringing my clipboard, of course, with my NPW paperwork for clinical. Okay, it's 5:59. I really need to go, but I wanted to show you guys what I packed for lunch. So, of course, we've got a Celsius here. I have the blue raspberry one. And then I've got a Chick-fil-A grilled chicken wrap. I've got their zesty buffalo sauce on the side. It goes super well with it. If you like spicy stuff, I definitely recommend that. And then I've got some grapes and blueberries. I typically snack on these like throughout the shift whenever I get hungry. And as a little treat for my future self, I got a cake pop. And then we've got a Milo down here who wants to say hi. Okay, I just got to the hospital. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to see me, but it's 6:37. So I got here a little bit early, but it's okay. It's better than being late. So I'll probably go walk in about 10 minutes at 6:50. And then once I get up there, typically they do huddle at 7. And then after that, I'll get report with my nurse. So basically I'll listen to everything that's being told from the other nurses who have the patients we're gonna have for tonight. And I've got my own little sheet that I'll take report on. And we'll probably have about 3 patients because the past 2 shifts that I was here, we had 3 patients. It was telling me that if it's cardiac patients, I think they go up to like 4 or 5. At least 4. But for the step-down patients, if you have step-down patients, they typically only want to give you like 2 or 3, I think, is what he was saying. But yeah, hopefully it's a good shift. And then also I brought my laptop to do some schoolwork during my lunch break because I have some schoolwork I need to get done. We have a group project thingy due on Sunday, and it's mostly done, but I just need to help with writing some of the NGN practice questions. We're doing like a whole case study on a patient, so each of my friends, like the 4 of us, we broke up our different parts, and then I did the document about the diagnostic procedure and everything for the patient scenario, and then my notes for our exam, because we have another exam on Tuesday. It's going to be our first exam for our role transition and leadership in nursing class, so it's going to be all on like delegation stuff, like what you can delegate to LPNs and assistive personnel, as well as like self-care and wellness questions, nursing burnout questions, like how to prevent that, how to recognize like the symptoms of that. And then also I realized I don't think I ever told you guys my grade for our exam from last week for our public health class. So I wound up getting an 85%. So definitely not unhappy with the grade. I did feel a little bit better about the exam when I was taking it than I did when I saw the grade. Like I thought I did a little bit better than that, but it's fine. Like I'm happy with an 85. Like that's still like a super good grade in my opinion. Anything passing in nursing school I think is a great grade. So but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just chill here for a minute and then walk in. Hopefully it's a good shift, and I will see you guys after. Hey guys, we're done with shift 1 of 2 of preceptorship. It's 8:04 a.m. I just got home. I picked up some Dunkin', but really quickly I wanted to give you guys a recap of the shift and how it went and everything. My nurse was actually charge nurse tonight. So it was very interesting because in all of nursing school, I've never been paired with a charge nurse. I knew very little about what they did, honestly. All I knew is that they're a resource that you kind of turn to when you're a nurse and you need an extra hand or you have a question about something. But it was super interesting. This has no patient information on it, but he just showed me as the charge nurse, they will always take one of these pieces of paper and it's a checklist for the charge nurse. And you just basically go through the checklist throughout your shift, making sure all of these things are done. There's the start of shift safety checks, rounding an environment of care checks, chart checks, and then end of shift checks. He was showing me all of that stuff. And then also as the charge nurse, basically you still get report, you get report from the previous charge nurse, but it's different. You get report on all of the patients on the unit, but it's a very simplified report. It's just basically the stuff that is super vital to know, super essential information that you need to know, not all the little details and things. And then mainly the stuff about who's getting discharged, all the discharge plans for all the patients on the unit. And then I also learned as the charge nurse, you assign new admits to nurses on the unit. So whatever nurses have less patients on the unit, they'll typically get the new admit. And then as for the things that I got to do this shift, because my biggest goal with preceptorship is just to enhance my skills so that as a new grad nurse, I can go into it as prepared as possible. I did a 20 gauge IV, and that was my first time doing an IV with the 20 gauge needle. And it was super good. It was such a nice juicy vein, it went in super well. And then I did 2 insulin injections. Those were super simple and easy. I also did another AccuCheck. I did one the other day for the first time. And then I also drew some labs, so I got more practice with that. I got a lot of practice with drawing labs in the ER last semester at the other hospital I was at, but honestly I kind of forgot how you do it because I only really did it that one day. So it was nice to kind of refresh how to do that. And then I just kind of learned more about heparin drips and the dosing and how you adjust the drip based on the patient's labs and the ranges. Yeah, I would say it was a pretty good shift. The only thing is, I don't know why, but this shift, it's just it felt really long. By the time 3 o'clock rolled around, I felt the shift was going by pretty quick, and then 3 o'clock rolled around and it just kind of felt it was going by really slowly. I think because we just maybe didn't have a lot to do, but yeah, I'm gonna eat this, take a shower, and pass out, and I will see you guys probably sometime later tonight before shift number 2. Hey guys, I just woke up. It's 5:46 p.m. I have to leave for clinical in 30 minutes. I've never slept this late on night shift before either. That's crazy. I normally wake up around 2 or 3 p.m. I literally slept from 9:30 straight to 5:30. But yeah, I'm so tired. Okay, it's 6:22. I'm about to leave, but I wanted to show you what I packed for lunch today. So we have a different Celsius today. I've never had this one before, but I think it's cherry or something. It's Cosmic Vibe. Then we've got grapes again. Then I packed this broccoli chicken and rice dish. Then I'm bringing this sauce from Costco, the whole bottle, but it's this hot honey barbecue sauce and it goes so well on top of the chicken and rice. It tastes so good. And then I'm also just gonna eat a bagel on the way, and I've got my coffee right here. I look so rough right now, but I wanted to give you a post-shift update. So it's 7:16, I'm driving home. I definitely feel like I learned a decent amount today. I got more practice doing AccuChecks, so taking patients' blood glucose levels. I also got to see a central line get inserted, so that was pretty interesting. And I also got to see some ABGs get pulled by the respiratory therapist, because if you don't know, respiratory therapy usually pulls those. So that was interesting. They pull it like from the wrist, like an artery in the wrist. I feel like the first half of the night went by like super quickly, and then typically I feel like it's just like after I eat lunch, the night kind of goes by slower. I mean, I just feel like it's because you get more tired, and then I feel like you usually have like lunch that you're looking forward to, and then afterward it's like, I don't know. I also got more practice with the IV pumps, because I was telling my nurse that I really want more practice just like doing nursing skills, and I needed more practice with IV pumps and just getting familiar with that stuff. So got more practice with that. Did a lot of reconstituting antibiotics. But yeah, anyway, I'm super tired, so I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and pass out. And then I have an exam on Tuesday, so I need to finish up my notes and my study guide for that exam. And tomorrow, which is Monday, I'm just gonna spend like all day studying for that exam. It's our first exam for our role transition in leadership and nursing class, so really don't know how it's gonna be yet. And I feel like it's gonna be one of those exams that's more like application, so it's gonna be all like kind of using your common sense paired with like your critical reasoning skills, and just kind of like choosing what your best answer would be or your best guess. This exam is all on like delegation questions. Like, I think I already talked about this, but yeah, just like delegation and leadership and the nursing roles and things like that. So yeah, but it's my update for you guys. I'm so tired. Hey guys, it's Monday. I think the last time I saw you was after my second clinical shift on Sunday. Yesterday, I just picked up some Starbucks, ate that, took a shower, and passed out, and then I went to my boyfriend's for the rest of the night. And today, I've just been studying my flashcards all day for this exam that we have tomorrow. My flashcards here on Quizlet. I'm pretty nervous for it because I just feel like there's not a lot of content to study. I've just been studying that all day today, and then I don't think I told you guys about this going on over here. So I don't have any blackout curtains for night shift, and I've been meaning to get some, but I don't have like a curtain rod, and they're pretty expensive, like they're pretty pricey. So I want to make sure that I get some that work with my window that I like. But for the time being, until I get some, I've just been using this sheet that I draped across my window. I also kind of don't really want to get some unless I know for sure as a new grad nurse I'm going to be working night shift, because I don't want to spend like a bunch of money on some blackout curtains and then just never use them. But yeah, so I wanted to explain that though, because it probably looks pretty crazy over there, and you probably see in the background of videos and you're probably like, what is going on with her window? So that would be why it looks a little rough right now. But yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here because it's a new week, and I'll start vlogging for this week. But yeah, I just also wanted to quickly say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to all of you who stuck around to the end of it. And if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up for more in the future. And if you're not already, feel free to subscribe to me for more nursing related vlogs coming in the future. And I will see you guys in the next one.